Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Bookshop Bombshells. I'm Elizabeth.
I'm Andrea.
Just in case you missed us last time, this is a podcast where we talk about the books that we're reading and we try not to spoil it at all, just in case you decide that you want to read it. I like to think of it as get your book recommendations from us.
Very good recommendations, hopefully.
Hopefully. So, Andrea, since I went first last time,
would you like me to go first this time?
What did you read?
I cheated a little.
How did you cheat? What was your cheating? Because I cheated last time.
I read a book that I've already read once before.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
And you've also read this book.
Uh-oh.
So I double cheated on our thing, but I think it's fine. I read Radium Girls by Kate Moore.
Oh, nice. Yes.
So,
okay. How did you reread that?
I listened to the audiobook instead of read it this time.
Okay. Which is, I cheated last time I did that too.
So I figured I would get a good cheat in too.
Can we talk really fast about audiobooks versus reading and how you feel? Like I was talking to a friend and they made it seem like audiobooks wasn't actually reading.
My grandmother felt that way, but I think it depends on it depends on the narrator and how into the story you are, but I think it's easier to kind of accidentally tune out and not retain things as well on an audiobook. But I do enjoy them.
Yeah, I think as long as you're not reading, I think reading is important. It probably affects different parts of your brain.
Look at the book.
Yeah. Helps with retention probably, but there are some books that I will never read because of how long it would take me to read them. And so audiobook is just a way to consume in a way that's and a lot of times, I will try to do an audiobook that I know I would not sit down and read. Mm-hmm. But I actually did good this time and read the book.
Congratulations.
We'll just keep alternating who listens and who reads.
I'm fine with that. I feel like audiobooks are fine, except that I'm running on short fumes today.
No worries.
A little sleep. My vocabulary is trash, but I feel like audiobooks are fine for this.
Yeah.
But
I haven't done. I read Radium Girls and her other one.
I read
The Woman They Could Not Talent, which is my favorite book.
I know. I specifically
You knew you couldn't do that one.
Read that one because I knew I was like, she might want to do that one eventually.
Yeah.
So
okay, well,
anyhow. So Radium Girls.
Yeah, tell me about
by
it.
Kate Moore. So the book is nonfiction.
Oh, can I really fast point out that you're wearing your Marie Curie Radiant Ball t-shirt that I got you?
At the
Mutter Museum
Mutter
in Philadelphia?
Yes. And
okay.
I was like, I
it's
deem this
so appropriate.
Let me dress up and then surprise it was this thing.
Yeah, that's exciting. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
It's okay.
I just put that together.
It's okay. So the book starts off, it kind of talks about Marie Curie and her husband, and they are the ones that created radium. Discovered. I told you, running on fumes. Yeah. I am really smart. I just don't sound like it.
It's okay. We also don't have to be smart.
It's fine.
People aren't listening because we're smart.
I know.
It's because we're pretty.
That's because we're pretty and we're a good time. So, it kind of does the explanation of how it was discovered, and then it talks about a scientist who put a little bit in his little coat pocket and flew over to the U.S. with it, and how he forgot it was in that little pocket. I imagine him in a trench going through the airport in this is early 1900, not the
Yeah.
And it burned his skin just being in that little tiny vial in his pocket. So we know.
So we're like, this is safe.
Radium is just so it's as safe as gum coal. So it does that, and I really liked one of the quotes when it was explaining radium and all of its majesticness. And it was saying, enchantment in the tales of the past and present can also mean a curse. So like radium's this really cool new thing that they found, and it's glowy, and it's supposed to be this cure-all, but like the shadow behind it is terrible.
What actually? We don't know what it is.
So it talks about that kind of in the prologue, and then chapter 1 starts. One of the girls, Catherine, she starts at the watch dial painting factory. She's 14. It's like this cool job people can get, but it's like not high demand yet. And it's like all the women that leave work are glowing because they've got all the powder from like the radium on them, and they just look fabulous.
So glamorous, you know,
so
just glowing.
So she gets the job. She's really excited. The company, she works there for a little bit. The company booms after World War One. So they hire a bunch more girls.
And this is like watch dials. It was like what's it called, like glow in the dark, right?
Yeah,
So it's like so you could like see your watch
at night. They called the paint undark.
Okay.
And like in the factories and stuff, the girls that did the painting, but since the numbers on the dials are really small, everybody was taught to do the like lip dip and paint method, which they would like take their little tiny brushes, you know, point them to a point with their mouths and their tongue.
Yeah,
put it in
like
the
super fine. Yeah.
They dip it in the radium paint, and then they paint the number, and then they do that over and over and over again. So some of the girls really enjoyed it, and some of them were like, "I don't like the way it tastes, and it's all gritty in my mouth. Ew."
Yeah.
But like when you got hired there, that's how they taught you to do it. So you know. World War One happens. They're needing more of the watches. They're needing like dials for, I'm assuming, airplanes and stuff needed in the war, like sights for guns, things like that. So all these girls get hired, and then they open up another. So this starts in Newark, New Jersey, and then they need a bigger store, so they move to Orange, which is like 20 minutes away. It's very close.
Yeah.
And same thing. They tell all the girls, they're like, "This is so safe. This is great. It's fine." They're selling like cure-alls with radium in it. It's fine.
Was this like also back when like cocaine was in Coca-Cola?
Like, you would give your kids
like
morphine
there's like
for cough.
Yeah. So, you know, trust those doctors.
You should believe them. It sounds like a great idea. So, sorry, I lost my way. Oh, so the company is called the Radium Luminous Materials Corporation, which is a mouthful. So, you know, war starts, it picks up. They're like, they would like draw on themselves, color their teeth, their lips with like the radium so they could like go out and have a good time and be.
Because this was like the 20s, right?
Well, it's not the 20s when it first begins, but by the 20s, so like the wars ended. The 20s
That's
happened.
Right, because the war was in like the 1910s. I remember history.
Yeah, it's okay.
I just remember like when I read it, it was like they were like flapper haircuts and stuff.
Yeah, and that happens pretty soon after, because like I think 1917 is when the book starts.
Okay.
And then
so it's like very early, kind of roaring 20s almost.
Yeah. So when the war is going on, they're having to like ration their paint, and they're like making girls like make sure they're not super glowy, or like are pocketing some of the radium to play with and stuff like that. And then the war ends, and they don't have that much stipulation, but there's still a lot of production. At this point, a lot of the girls like find other jobs because they're also starting to lay off people, because they're like, we
don't need that many people anymore. Yeah.
So I think right around that 20s era is when the girls start like getting symptoms of radium poisoning, basically, but the corporations won't acknowledge it. I think the first girl that started getting really sick's name's Molly, and like she started with like jaw pain. She had to get a tooth pulled, and then like it never healed, it ulcerated, and she like kept going back, and they were like, girl, is this syphilis?
Oh no.
And it tested negative at the beginning, and then she had to get more teeth pulled. Nothing healed. Like it talks about how bad their breath was, and like I'm sure like just having like wisdom teeth come out,
yeah, and then never healing.
Brutal.
Yeah.
But like imagine that on a bigger scale.
Yeah.
So what ends up happening is like her jaw is basically deteriorating, and she's gotten all these infections, and she died when she was 24. And basically she had ended up with an infection in her throat, and it just started hemorrhaging, and then she died.
Yeah.
Poor sweet Molly.
I know. I will say I didn't actually finish this book. I think I read like 90% of it.
And
I was like, is this
just
is
doesn't
this
get
it?
better.
I think I even texted you. I was like, so is there like a bright side at the end of this?
Yes and no.
And I think you were like, no. And I was like, I'm just putting this down.
You're allowed to stop at a certain point in this book, I think. But like the first like full more than half of the book is so well written, and you're just like, oh my gosh, they're gonna get justice for this, because like once more girls start getting like the jaw pain, they're saying, oh, they have rheumatism because they have hip pain, they have ankle pain, and they're like trying to put them in braces and stuff. And some of the dentists, like I think there's like a Dr. Barry in there, he's like, this looks like phosphy jaw, which is like phosphorus poisoning from industrial stuff. And he's like putting his brain to work, and he tries to go investigate to be like, there's got to be something at the radium factory.
Yeah.
Or paint factory, whatever. And like everybody he talked to from the companies would not like go on with that. They were like, no, we're not going to help you investigate. Like, get out. And so, so the first girl, Molly, they tested her either right before she died or after she died for syphilis again, and it was positive, so they put her down as she died of syphilis, when it was, like, obviously not. But I think maybe what had happened was, like, her immune system was just so trashed, and, like, the radium had, like, changed her whole DNA profile that it might have, like, gave her a false positive
or they
for it
made
or something.
it up.
Yeah, or they were like,
I don't trust her.
I know what you got. Let me get some of that.
She was
for
so
this
sick.
test.
You think she was like out getting laid?
No,
like...
girl couldn't even talk,
and her breath.
No,
like I just sincerely doubt she was like just going at it.
So, the more like a lot of the girls end up seeing the same doctor and stuff, and like the next girl gets sick, and she starts getting like the main thing is like all of these women's jaws are just like falling out. I think a couple of them fell out and they weren't dead. Oh, and it was just like disintegrated. And I'm just like, the horror. Yeah, the pictures in that book of the women when they were sick were
God, I don't
so
remember the
bad.
Pictures.
They were bad.
I'm glad I don't remember.
Don't.
I'm not gonna look it up.
Get it on your Kindle if you don't want.
Yeah, for sure.
But well, some of the pictures are really nice because it's got all the girls together who like a lot of them ended up like teaming up together to try to pull a lawsuit on the company, and they're like, no, and they end up like, well, you have to use our doctors to.
I remember it was a lot of railroading.
Yes,
like, it was just like every time they tried something, they just got stopped. Or, like, it was, like, they were like, oh, well, we could do a lawsuit. But they're like, oh, because there's, like, radium's not on the list of, like,
yeah, it wasn't
workplace.
On the industrial poisons list.
Yeah, so that made it okay.
I think there was only, like, a 2 or 3 year, what's it called when you only have a certain amount
Like a
of...
statute of limitations.
Yeah, there was like a really short amount of statute of limitations on it.
To actually file any sort of
So, and a lot
claim.
of these girls, by the time they were getting sick, they hadn't worked for the company for that long. So, with the help of these doctors, they're like, no. So, the lawsuit goes on, and they're like, dude, these girls ain't gonna live long enough.
Yeah, they're just waiting them out.
And I know, like, a couple of the girls, they would do, like, mandatory health checks at work, the ones that still worked for the company, from their doctor. But, like, the ones that were obviously, like, getting sick, they were like, oh, no, she's healthy. Like, we checked her a while ago. But they would never recheck her. So, like, it was a bunch of shady things.
Yeah.
So, they, like, a lot of the girls couldn't get pregnant because of the radiation that they were around, and it was just, like, it was bad. But and even, like, the lawsuits, I think that it was, like, late 20s by the time they settled anything, and they were like, oh, well, we'll pay for your medical fees, we'll pay for your
burial fees.
Like, basically, like, well, and then it had gone on so long that at one point they're like, we're not paying anymore. Like, this company is so bad, and I'm just like, how many other companies are like out today that is like
everyone
this? Like, but
cover your ass, that's all they care about.
But so a lot of the book talks about, like, the hardships they had to go through, and, like, just the, like, oh no, that's not what that is, you're just,
like,
your family's been ill throughout history, and, like, they're just gaslighting everybody. And I think it was the late 20s, somebody finally was like, no, this is your fault, and they kind of won the case, but it wasn't even much. But I think this whole premise is what started the, like, OSHA.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it OSHA?
It's OSHA. I was trying to think of what OSHA is for.
Occupational
safety and hazard awareness.
Hazards. Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
I should know.
I remember OSHA.
But I was like an OSHA enforcer at
okay.
one time. Like, I know.
Glad all those women had to die.
But yeah, so
it
took like all these women dying and not even a legitimate good one case on their end for, like, people to be like, oh. And I don't think that, like, radium painting was abolished until the 60s. I think they took better care of, like,
I think they stopped the lip dip.
Yeah,
or whatever
they stopped the lip dip in, I think, the early mid-20s.
Probably once they
realized we're doing
Yeah.
something bad.
Like, legally they didn't do anything wrong, but they knew.
Yeah, gosh, it was just, it's worth reading because it's like a good chunk of history, and it's like these women in the 20s were like trying to like stand up for what they thought was right, and it was like beneficial to the US in general.
Yeah.
But as kind of a downer, I really like the way this author writes.
Yeah,
though.
I did want to bring that up because Kate Moore is a fantastic nonfiction writer. Like, she writes like it's fiction.
Yeah.
But everything is like severely cited.
She
like it's
researches
like,
everything.
So like almost every sentence you read is backed up or a quote or, you know, but it still reads like very
like it's a story.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't read like you're just like kind of like bogged down in the details.
It's not like a textbook situation.
Yeah, she writes very, very well. And I think she only has those 2 books, right? The Woman That Could Not Silence and Radium Girls.
She does, but I learned that she also does ghostwriting.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So she ghostwrote for like 4 other books.
Oh, I need to figure out what those books are.
I can tell you later when I look
them
up.
Yeah. Well, because like, I looked recently because I'm sure it takes her many, many years to write a book.
Just because of the amount of research.
And so I've just been like, when is she coming out with her next book?
I am too. I'm like,
I want to know so bad. Like, I know it's going to be so good. Whatever, and the topics she chooses are like amazing.
Yeah. Honestly, like after rereading Radium Girls, I think I'm kind of with you on her other book being my favorite.
Yeah.
Just because
it's so good.
it's so good, but it's not as so like doom and gloom.
Yeah,
kinda.
it is.
So,
It is like good things happen.
like there's a
more
light
than
at the,
OSHA.
there's a light at the end of the tunnel here.
Yeah, like that one. So it's actually really funny that you mentioned that because I kind of wanted to bring up. Okay, so I'm not on the TikToks, but I do know of the existence of book talk.
Correct. Yeah.
And I had a friend at work. He asked me, so he like knows we're doing the podcast, and I think he's like trying to get into reading or back into reading, and he was asking me like what my favorite book of all time was, and I was like, you're not gonna like my favorite book. Oh, because I was like, you're not gonna like the books I read. Like, I read. I think I said I read female centric books.
Yeah.
And he was like, what is that, like smut?
What is it?
And I was like, because he's like, because, you know, he knows about book talk. And he's like, and it's like, you know, you say female centric, he just assumes that all women just read just like nasty which
bits.
a lot of them do. That's fine. Sorry. It's okay.
No.
Yeah, I'm like, we recorded this time. So I was like, okay, let me redefine like female centric. Like female centric, I mean like this, you know, it's a female. I was like more like maybe female empowerment.
Lots of like strong female main characters.
And I told him, I was like, so probably my favorite book of all time, I said, is The Woman They Could Not Silence. And what did he say? I said something about, it was like, you know, back when men could put their wives in psychiatric hospitals for like literally no reason.
Which is my stepdad's favorite thing to say now.
I could do this to you if you want.
Now that he's read it, he says it at church sometimes. I'm like, I love you so much. I'm so glad you read what I read.
Well, but, I mean, it doesn't have to be like, yeah, I guess I should have kind of told him like, it's not like for women either. It's you know, it's history.
Yeah.
It's important for everybody. But I said, you know, it's back when women could, you know, be put in psychiatric hospitals by their husbands. And I said, but they did it to the wrong woman. And he was he goes, what, did she like John Wick their ass? And I was like, oh, I wish. I was like, no, she just got out and changed laws, but
she did it the less crazy way.
But it'd be so cool if it was just like
so
female
cool.
John Wick. Oh, that'd be so cool. So that's really funny that you brought that up. And okay, so my book this week, I really did like, I immediately was like, all right, what female centric book am I gonna pick? And I kind of had this thought, and I had all these ideas, like I wanted to read like, I have read it before, but it's been like so long. It was like, one was like Clan of the Cave Bear, which is like about like a woman Homo sapien in the time of when Homo sapiens and Neanderthals like still exist together. It's really cool. There's actually a movie if you want to just skip it and watch the movie. It's got Daryl Hannah.
Still out.
It's really good. Also, and then I was like thinking about like The Mists of Avalon, which is that Marion Zimmer Bradley kind of like King Arthur sci-fi one. Which I am listening to an audiobook right now, but it's really good. But I was like, you know what? Let me try to like cast a wider net.
I almost went down that road and I couldn't decide.
And so I decided to ask my husband. I was like, husband.
Dearest.
I know, he's just like so excited. Because I was like, what is something that you like that you think I would like? Because you know me, I'm not going to read a book I don't like. So,
right.
So he recommended this book to me called Between Two Fires by Christopher Buehlman. So I kind of I have the book out.
I like the cover.
Because I wanted to kind of show this to you because when I picked it up, so we used to work at a bookstore. And okay, cover's cool. Cover's super cool. It's like a knight with a like skull face. It's Between Two Fires, an epic tale of medieval horror.
Ooh.
But like, just like open it up. Like, if we were working at our bookstore and someone brought that book to me, there's not even a title page.
I was gonna say like it just goes to content.
It's like self-published.
Yeah.
And so I think in my head, like, it's cool. I definitely would have
looked
at it. But I don't know if I would have necessarily read it.
Yeah.
So I am glad that I read it, though.
I want to hear about it.
Yeah, okay.
I want to know, please.
So I'm going to do the thing I did last time. I'm going to start off with a quote. I don't know why I like to do this.
I like it. I'm here for it.
It's such like a speech thing to do. It's like, Webster's dictionary defines. But okay. Okay. She bent down and kissed his cheeks. Daughter, witch, page, angel, prophet. Daughter, witch, page, saint, prophet, angel. What are you? What are you? What are you? Delphine. What are you? He said. 2 things, I think. But soon I'll be just one. He could not. He would not watch her be hurt. Not if it meant his soul. Am I still not to kill anyone? Not men. What does that mean? We won't be facing men.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's
This is
yeah, it's very interesting. So it kind of starts like part 1 starts with this sort of tale of like God is nowhere to be found. Mm-hmm. And the angels in heaven and the fallen angels in hell are sort of fighting over this land of men where we live. And they're kind of like the angels in hell, or the fallen angels, are trying to see what they can get away with God being out. So they like bring like famine, and they bring rain, and like everything dies, and God still doesn't come up. Like he's just like missing. And so they go through all these different things, being like, where's God? Where's God? And then finally they said, we'll just like kill them all. And that is the Black Plague.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait.
So basically it takes place in 1348, so 1348 in France. So the Black Plague has like demolished the land. Like towns have been like, just everyone has died from the plague. Which also means that there's no food because there's no farmers.
Nobody's making it.
Yeah, there's no animals because no one's taking care of them. No one's feeding the animals. And it kind of starts with these 4 men. And they come upon this donkey who's just like skin and bones. But they're so hungry. Yeah.
No. Oh, no.
So they do kill the donkey. And they're kind of in this village that's basically abandoned. Like there's just dead people, like literally everywhere.
They're not even buried.
Yeah, because they started in the beginning of the plague. They're like trying to bury their dead.
There's too many.
And then just people keep dying, and there's literally no one to bury the people that are dying. Like people are like dying, like in place. Like no one's taking care of them. There's no one left to take care of them. And so they find this barn. They're roasting the donkey in the barn. And it's like the best thing that they've eaten. And
I
like
bet
they've been
they're
eating,
starving.
they've
I'm
been
okay
eating
with
grass.
them eating the donkey. Yeah. I'm just like, I'm sorry.
His name is Parsnip.
Stop! They named him.
No, well, they didn't name him.
Oh, okay. Later on.
Later, yeah. The donkey belonged to someone. So they're in this barn. They're eating their donkey. And yeah, like I said, they've been eating grass for like weeks. So this is like the best meal that they've had in a while. And they're just like sitting there eating. And this like little girl just like opens the barn door and like peeks her head in. And I would like to point out, like, these are not good men.
Oh.
So because of the state of the world,
Nope.
like God is gone. Like the people that are surviving are like
Heathenistic, if you will.
Yeah, like it's like the survival of the fittest. Yeah. No one thinks anything matters anymore. Like Correct. Like it's everyone's dead. Like what is the point? It's just whoever can survive will survive. Another quote that I really liked, like because I was like reading this first kind of part, and I read this a couple times because it took me a little bit to kind of grasp what it was. It says, she was a bad age to meet these men, just too old to be safe and too young to know why.
Oh.
Yeah. Gross, right?
Yeah.
So basically they're like, who's this little girl. They haven't seen a woman in a really long time.
Run, little girl.
I know, literally, run. So she like goes in and she's there's this kind of leader. His name is everyone's names are French, so it's gonna be like really bad pronunciations from me.
No judgment.
But the leader, his name is Godefroy. He's like trying to
Spell that.
Godefroy.
Godfrey?
Godfroy.
Godfrey?
Godfroy. That sounds better. Godfroy.
However you want to say it, it's fine with me. I was just curious.
It was a lot of like
spell?
There's a lot of times if I don't understand how to like pronounce a word, I don't just sit in my head in it. I just like keep going.
This is how I'm gonna pronounce it.
I'm just like, oh, that guy. And so he's like being all creepy, and he's like, "Hey, little girl, like come here, come sit next to me. We'll take care of you, you know, kind of thing." She does not trust it. Like it says that she's too young to know why, but she does. She's
living in this state of the world, she knows.
Yeah, she's at least very creeped out by him. And so she's, you know, she's basically like, what the hell? Except not what the hell. Because the only reason she actually went in this barn, because she's smart enough to know, like, you don't just come upon
a place.
They're called like brigands. I don't know what the word is.
Brigands.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sometimes
there was so many words in this book that I'm like, I don't know what this word means.
So that is the reason that I will listen to an audiobook.
And, well, not even necessarily pronunciation, but I wished I'd read it on my Kindle because I didn't.
You could have the, like...
Yeah, the definition.
The definition and the, like, how to say it.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't really know. Like, I was trying to use context clues a lot, trying to figure out what words meant. Apparently this author's really like, I don't think he's not French or anything. He's just really into like
the medieval.
Yeah, like medieval fair type stuff.
Yeah.
Like he's like obsessed.
I'm here for the story.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It was really good. And so she basically tells them, oh, sorry. So she knew better than to go into this barn, but this girl is special. And she actually sees and talks to angels. And so an angel pointed her to this barn and said, like, go in. And she trusts this angel. She's seen this angel before. They describe the angels in like a cool way too, where it's like they're not man or woman, but they're like beautiful beings.
Okay.
And so her father had actually just recently died of the plague. And so she is trying to find someone to help bury him. She's very religious, very Christian. And she asks them to help bury her father. I think she thinks that's what the angel's trying to direct her to do. And they're like, no. Like, no one understands how the plague passes. Because
nobody wants to be around the dead.
Theory wasn't a thing yet.
Yeah.
But they do know, like, a surefire way to get it is to, like, touch the dead. So they're like, no. Like, sorry, girl, we're not helping you. And Godefroy, like, continues to come on to her, and she eventually just says like screw this and like runs out of the barn, and Godefroy is like Jacques, like this other guy that's with them, he's like, go get her and bring her back. And so Jacques goes and finds the girl. She's like up in a tree. I say Jacquot. It's pronounced, or it's spelled Jacquot. Jacquot. I say Jacques.
I like it. I like the way you say it.
It's probably Jack.
I'm just
guessing.
guessing.
It's a French Jack.
I'm guessing around.
It would have been nice to actually listen to this audio so I could pronounce any of the names.
I think that how you pronounce them are beautiful.
Thanks. And so, I did forget to mention. So I said there were 4 men. There's Godefroy, Jacques.
I like his name when you say it.
Yeah. Thomas. Basic. And there's another 4th one that they just call like the fat one.
The fat one.
The fat one.
Go cook the mule.
But like while Godefroy is like being all gross with the girl, Thomas basically, who's this like big knightly type, like he's not a knight because they're brigands, which is like, I think it's like thieves or something. Thomas is like, dude, leave her alone. but like everyone kind of follows Godfrey, so like he doesn't like try too hard
Right.
to stand up to him.
Maybe not, friend.
Yeah. Okay, so Jacques goes out of the barn to go get the girl, and she's like climbed up a tree, and she's basically like realizing like, yeah, he's gonna rape me. Like, I know.
Run.
And Jacques is like, oh, it's fine. Like, it'll be quick. Like, like, don't you worry, little girl. And he actually does convince her to come down. Like, he's like, it wasn't like an easy convincing because he was like throwing stones at her like in the tree.
No, you're being mean.
But she does reluctantly agree. She comes down. He like heaves her over his shoulder, like carries her back to the barn. And when he opens the barn door, Thomas is standing over Godfrey with like, I think he has like a hole in his head, like from like a crossbow.
Oh.
And the fat man, his head has been like lopped off, like
Wow.
almost all the way. I think it's like
Still
resting. Yeah, it's like
barely
barely attached. And so like Jacques just like walks in, and he's just like got this girl over his shoulder, and Thomas is just like, I killed everybody. And so like he, you know, points his sword or whatever at Jacques, and he's like, put her down. And Jacques is like, he puts her down, and he's like, don't kill me. And he's like, yeah, well, I just like killed your leader. Like, I have to kill you. Like, you'll seek revenge against me if I don't. And it was pretty funny because he's like, no, I didn't even like him. And he's like, you're cousins.
How do you?
And he was like on my mother's side, and I didn't like my mother. But Thomas is like, nah, I don't trust this. And so like he goes to like smite Jacques, and the girl like runs in front of him, and she says, don't kill him. Don't kill anybody else ever again. And scene. Yeah. And like, yeah, like Thomas listens. Like he ties him up. It, like kind of the next chapter picks up like the next morning. They've tied up Jacques. He's the girl and Thomas have slept in the barn overnight, and the girl kind of it's a lot of like the girl convincing them to do things. Like she's a little girl, but like she definitely like has a way with
Manipulating them into doing.
well, it's not even like manipulation.
It's a little girl, so it's not.
And like Thomas is really, he's hilarious. Like I don't know if you've seen. It's so good. I don't know if you've seen or read. I know there's books, but like The Witcher, with Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
So I've seen like the first couple seasons. It's really good. I will not watch the new seasons without Henry Cavill because he's my boyfriend. But it's very much like big, scary, like grunty man with like little girl, like that like warms, like it's like, oh,
warms his heart.
Yeah, and he's like all grumpy about it. Like he's just like, like he like you know, she sees angels. Like she's obviously like kind of this like
light in the world.
Light, and he's just like, the world has shit on me and I hate it. But he's sort of like, this girl is sort of just like wearing him down.
Dimmer now.
Yeah.
Less dim.
Yeah. So she kind of convinces him, and Thomas gets Jacques to like bury her dad. So they kind of do this like nice thing for her. And she basically decides she's going with Thomas. She's like, hey, I'm like your sidekick now. And he's like, no, you're not. And she's like, what are you going to do? Just leave me here? And so they leave Jacques behind. They kind of leave him tied up, but like in a way that he can like get out. And they're basically not killing him, but they're not letting him like follow them either. And so it's really funny because he does not know her name until like 136 pages, I think. It's just the little girl. There's even a point in the book where she asks, like, do you want to know my name? And he's like, no.
I don't care. I need to.
Like in his head, he's just like trying to find, because she was the last one alive in their village.
Yeah.
So he's just like trying to find the next village that has someone to take her. Like, he's like, I gotta get rid of this girl.
Gotta find a babysitter for you.
Yeah. So they do come upon a town. It's another town that's just been completely overtaken by the plague. They spend the night in an abandoned church, and in the morning, the girl's like, "We're going to Paris," and then to Avignon.
Oh.
Avignon. Avignon.
Mm-hmm. I could picture it, but I couldn't spell it.
Listen, I don't know these words. I knew Paris.
You know where that is.
Which it took me so long to realize that this book was like in France
The whole time.
the whole time. They're like talking about like they're all from like Normandy. That's kind of where it starts.
Oh. Okay.
And I was like,
Really? Okay.
listen, it was embarrassing.
It's fine. I hate that moment of realization where
embarrassing.
you're like, oh.
There's like wars that are happening, and they're like mentioning two kings, and I was like, I don't know who's king of what.
It's fine. You gotta Google things on
I
the
know.
side.
Seriously, who has time for that? Give me the context, please. Don't make me Google.
Can I get like reference notes?
Yeah.
An asterisk,
Yes.
see page 30.
Yes. So basically, a dream had told her that they now have like a quest, basically. Like they have to go to Paris and they have to go to Avignon.
I love a good quest.
Yeah. So Thomas, like I said, isn't religious. But he's still like, she sort of like convinces him in this like weird, like he does end up getting convinced, and he's like, okay, fine, we'll do it.
For you.
Yeah,
Little girl.
for you, little girl that I hate and won't learn your name. So they go to kind of like the next town, and they are encountered by a priest who loves wine. Like he's like alcoholic priest. And most of his parishioners have died of the plague. But also there's like a river monster that has been killing off the parishioners.
So not only the plague, but
Yeah, like so they have like multiple things going on.
we need Jeremy Wade out here.
Yeah. Who's Jeremy Wade?
He is on a show called River
Oh,
Monsters.
okay. I
And
don't know these
he
things.
fishes for really big fishes.
So apparently, they had been dumping their dead into the river,
And it
and there was a thing in the river that was feeding off the dead, and it was like growing and growing and growing, and then it basically started taking people from like the shore. So like they would needed this river for like water and stuff.
Laundry
And,
and
yeah, and
things.
laundry. And it started like anyone that had like gone near this river was like
It was swooped
gone.
up.
Yeah. And so like Thomas, he was a knight. I'll give that away. He was a knight. He's like an excommunicated knight. He's big dude. And the priest is like, hey, like you look pretty capable. Like, can you like, cause they've tried to like kill this monster.
Nobody can.
No one can. And so Thomas is like he won't like he is like grumpy and is just like very kind of like the selfish type, but he's like also can't say no to like a good fight. Like he's like, yeah, I'll solve your problem for you. I'll take it. Yeah. He like knows he's,
Got it.
yeah, he knows he's like a BA. So, they basically, they decide they're gonna take on the river monster. Thomas gets a couple people, like a couple men that are left in the town. Like one's like I don't know, like one was like it was like a really skinny guy and a really fat guy. Like it was literally like, these are the two guys we have. And
That
they
we
go,
can spare
yeah,
for
I
your-
think it was just like, that was it. Like
for your
there's,
side quest.
yeah, there was like 5. Yeah. I mean, it is like it is a quest book for sure. And so they fight it turns out to be like a huge gross eel.
Ew.
Yeah. And like, this is like, okay, I was looking at fan art online from this book because they're so like the descriptions of the like horror creatures that they kind of describe are like so weird. Like,
You want like a visual image.
yeah,
the
I was
best
like,
you can
like anytime I read a book, I'm always just like, what would the movie of this book be
look
like?
like. Yeah.
And I decided that like Guillermo del Toro is like the only person that could like do this book
As a movie. Yeah.
and not make it like, and make it be weird and scary and
Yep.
gross. So because this eel has been like eating plague victims, it has like this gross gray hand as its tail.
Ew.
So it's like you're fighting the head that's like big and scary,
and the hand's just
and then the hand is just like grabbing you and slapping you and just like, oh, it's so gross. Yeah, it's like really gross, really scary.
I imagine like just from it being in the water, the like
yeah, it's like
wrinkly hand
and
from
gray,
being
like
in the water.
it's just like dead and gray. That's my head. Like it's like a different color from the eel, but it's still not actually
creepy.
alive. Yeah,
I'm here for it.
I will say there's like another monster later on that was like, it was like a horse with human mouths as eyes.
Ooh.
And like hands for hooves.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like stuff like that. It's like imagery like that where you're like, my brain doesn't, I can't do this.
I just did.
Yeah, I'm like this is messed up.
Wild.
So he does slay the eel. He is the only one to survive. The other two do not, sadly.
They weren't big enough or strong enough.
They were eaten by the eel.
Poor guys.
But it's like it ends the chapter, and it's so weird. So he like everyone like left because they're just like, screw this. We're like the girl and the priest that were watching, they're like, no, we got to get to like safety because this eel is like
going crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna get us. And so like he finally like slays the eel, and he like he's like in chainmail too. So he's like in the river, like basically trying not to drown at the same time of all this.
I don't know who this man is, but I like him.
He's Henry Cavill in my head.
He looked good.
Yeah. But he finally slays the eel, and he's like barely surviving, like just like passes out on the shore. So this book is also really funny. And so it's like kind of like, so he passes out, and it kind of switches like narratives to this woman that has the plague, and she's just like on her last days, and she is kind of like loopy in the head, and she's just decided she's so thirsty, and so she just like gets up all of her like energy that she has left,
all the muster she can muster.
Yeah. And she's like, I just gotta go to the river and get some water. So she like
is crawling,
goes to the river. She like sees Thomas there, and she's like, oh, who's this guy? Mm-hmm. And like her husband has died already, and she's like, oh, like you could be my husband. Hey. Like it's like a weird like
loopy like
like in like it was weird. So she ends up like getting on top of him and like making out with him like while he's passed out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not my sweet knight.
And then she dies.
On him?
On top of him.
No, that's not something to wake up to.
No. So basically like when he wakes up, the priest has gotten him from the river. Like they pushed the woman off of him, and
was she off of him when he woke up, or was he woke up?
She was not on him when he woke up.
Good.
So I think the priest found him. The priest found him that way and was like, "Ugh."
Oh no!
And then like brought him back to the priest's
where the girl
house.
was.
Yeah, with the girl.
Yeah.
And he is infected with the plague. Obviously, the night.
No.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna leave it there.
Okay. Can I borrow your book?
Yes,
someday?
you may.
Thanks.
So what could the girl? How do they save Thomas?
How do they have to save Thomas?
Yeah, and so it sort of turns into this like it's like the girl, Thomas, and the priest, and it's like a weird girl that they like don't know if she's a witch or she's like blessed by God, and then Thomas is this like excommunicated knight, doesn't believe in God anymore, and he's like, I hate everything
begrudgingly.
And then it's like the drunk priest, like you find out other things about him. I'm not gonna like give that away, but yeah. So it's like this like this threesome of like.
A trio.
Yeah, of like weirdos on a quest.
I was gonna say vagabonds, but that does not match that.
Yeah, like the little girl's like the only pure one. She's cool. I like her a lot.
They're different shades of light.
Yeah, yeah. They all have their demons except for her because she's not a demon.
She's pure.
She's pure. But I do want to put, okay, so the ending of this book is also insane. Like, I was literally like, what? Like, I was just like, what? I don't understand. And I was like Googling about it. So, just to, excite you about that. But
When am I going to read it?
Soon.
Okay.
Just get the audiobook. You can just read it real
Listen
fast.
to it while I'm reading my other book.
Yeah, that's what I
That's
have.
how I usually
I have
do
a book,
things.
like a read book, and an audiobook at all times. Mm-hmm. Okay, I do have a Goodreads. So,
oh, I forgot about that.
That's okay.
I want to hear it.
I am curious. I would be curious to know what the Radium Girls score is, but I did write down the score this time. It's a 4.22, which is good for Goodreads. Like, I feel
that is really good.
I feel like
if it's above a 4.
Yeah, there's like lots of books I really like that are like a 3.8. I'm like, really?
I enjoyed it more than a 3.8.
Yeah, but I was trying to find a good Goodreads review that wasn't so long.
That sounds hard sometimes.
They like to write.
I feel
on
like
Goodreads.
they were never that long until we started looking.
Yeah. Most people, I think I only saw one bad review, and they gave it like a 1 star. It was so weird because it was like a 1 star, not for me. And I'm like, that's not a good reason for a 1 star.
I looked up the Goodreads on Radium Girls. We'll come back to that. I want to hear yours first.
Okay, so I found a really good review that I liked. Okay. This person says, I want to use the word allegory, even though I'm not entirely sure of its meaning. This was an allegory of Satan's rebellion against the heavens here on earth, an explanation for the Great Plague, famine, and war that swept France and Europe during the 14th century. This is a Dante-esque version of hell on earth. It's fantastical, dark, violent. The demons and monsters were thoroughly creepy. I'm glad there was no one to see the faces I caught myself pulling during certain scenes of this book. This was a work of wonderful historical fiction set in brutal and violent times, which completely captures the medieval sensibility of superstition and fear of the supernatural embedded in the mindset of a world without science or education. It genuinely feels like the end of days, captures exactly the mood of Revelations. Strongly recommended, but be warned, the language and images are quite blasphemous.
Oh.
I know, right? I thought that was a really good review. So yeah, okay, what was Radium Girls?
So Radium Girls has a Goodreads 4.16.
Oh, nice, that's good.
Really good.
Yeah.
I did that and I scrolled down to see the first review is a 1 star.
What? Like, too sad.
Yeah. The writing bugged her.
Okay, no, you're wrong.
They don't know what they're talking about.
You're wrong.
The second one's a 5-star. It says, congratulations, winner of Best Historical and Biography. Biography is what
biography. You know.
Of 2017. So
okay. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention this was written in 2012. It was not his first book, which I kind of expected because of the, like, self-published lookingness of the actual book itself. But yeah.
Yeah, you should read both of these books.
Yeah, I agree.
I really want to read yours.
It was good.
I hope I can find the audiobook.
Yeah. I was thinking about it because, like, so my mom and my grandma, like, listened to our podcast, and I was like, this is not a book that my mom and grandma are gonna read or like. If they do, but I could see you really liking it.
I would really like it.
Yeah.
My mom also listened to it.
Oh yeah.
She would not read that book, but she might. She surprises me sometimes.
Yeah. We'll see.
So we'll find out.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see you guys in 2 more weeks.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.